In composing this draft of the Declaration of Interdependence, I really steeped myself in the energy of Jefferson and Washington and William Penn in Philadelphia. And I felt in the birthplace of our American democracy, but this moment we're going into a global family, that this we the people is in the light of global reason. That these geniuses who said we hold these truths to be self-evident, we're tapping this global light of reason. And that this is for the whole human family. So interdependence, when we get out of codependence and go into the light, that's when we discover the depth of our interdependence. So it's in that spirit that we offer this draft for you and to celebrate it, and if you're moved, to sign it. In the course of events, as our ongoing evolutionary drama unfolds, it has become clear that we, the people, have entered an unprecedented global age. With the intensified encounters and growing awareness of the living realities of our diverse cultures, worldviews, religions, ideologies, and diverse forms of life on a planetary scale, and in the marketplace of our global village, we're able to open ourselves as never before and listen deeply to our other and tap the enormous endowment of our global wisdom through the ages.
It is clearer now that our diverse wisdom and spiritual traditions concur that the heart of our human reason is global, ecumenical, and lights up beyond local ideologies and dogmas. It is clear now in our evolving global age that this global light of reason is the funding source of our diverse cultures, worldviews, and forms of life, and is the original source of our diverse global self-evident truths. Further, in this global light of reason, it is self-evident that we humans co-originate from a common source, which is the ground of our individual dignity, the sanctity of our personal space, our inalienable right to life, freedom, and well-being.
This light of reason, shining through our collective wisdom, further reveals that in our boundless sacred diversity, we are nevertheless woven together in primal unity, which is the self-evident truth of E pluribus unum. Thus, our personal space and shared commons, our polis, are both primary and co-constituted. Our planetary wisdom further reveals that we are as we mind, that we co-create our living realities through the conduct of our mind, our level of literacy, our mental patterns of making ourselves, cultures, worlds, and our experience.
And in the evolutionary course of events, it has become unmistakably clear that when we humans are lodged or entrenched in monocentric or ego-mental patterns of self-making and culture-making, this level of literacy and development produces fragmentation, polarization, alienation, dehumanization, and boundless forms of personal and cultural dysfunctions. Our personal, cultural, and ecological crisis trace to such mental practices.
In this light, it is self-evident that when we humans mature beyond this monocentric I-it pattern of life to a more evolved dialogic I-thou form of life, literacy, and culture making, we shift from monologue to dialogue, from I-it to I-thou ethos, which lifts us to our higher human form and opens sacred space for we, the people.
Furthermore, it is now evident in the global light that our entrance into our evolved global age urgently calls on us, individually and collectively, to declare our independence from all personal, interpersonal, and cultural patterns of self-governance that eclipse, suppress, repress, compromise, or violate our sacred right to life, dignity, freedom, and well-being at the personal and collective sanctified spaces.
Finally, the ecumenical light of reason teaches that diversity in unity is sacred, and that all persons are equal across gender, ethnic, racial, religious, ideological, political, economic, and generational lines, and as such are entitled to the highest degree of life, freedom, and well-being. Accordingly, we the people, rising now together into our global age, beyond all artificial borders, leaving behind personal and collective patterns of life.
We hereby recognize that we humans are and always have been intricately interwoven together in the fabric of life, in the dialogic I-thou commons of personal and civic space, interdependent with each other, with all life, and with sacred nature and earth. Thus, in the light of the above, and in the presence of a light of global reason, we hereby acknowledge and declare our sacred interdependence, and hereby resolve to do all in our power, and with highest urgency, to collaborate across all borders, to co-create mindfully, nurture, and bring forth our more evolved, shared form of life, wherein our planetary human family may flourish together, individually and collectively, with our sacred earth.